Welcome to In the Kitchen with the Dietitian. I'm your host Amanda, registered dietitian nutritionist and certified diabetes clinical education specialist, here to cook with you through Hispanic Heritage Month. And for today, we're going to be making Portabello Mushroom Tacos. Now I know that this is really asking you to step out of that traditional box of Fajita tacos, but let me tell you something. My meat-loving husband actually had an open mind about trying these, and he found that he really enjoyed them. And his tip to all of you that might be sort of skeptical about consuming some mushrooms is think about it this way. If you're not too sure about letting go of your fajitas completely, maybe cut back by half on the meat and then incorporate some of these great vegetables that we're going to cook up today. The best part about it is that this dish is heart healthy. It's also gluten-free. It's diabetes friendly as long as you watch your portions, and it can be part of promoting a healthy weight or helping you on your weight loss journey. So let's get started. First of all, you need to gather your ingredients. So what I have here, we're going to be making this recipe for two. I have 2 portobello mushrooms and one that I've already sliced up, a poblano pepper, the spices that you'll use to give that portobello mushroom lots of great flavor. So we have half a teaspoon of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of comino, 2 teaspoons of chipotle powder, 2 cloves of garlic that are minced, and 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. Now, of course, you want your tortillas. For convenience sake, you can get your corn tortillas that are prepackaged, whatever your favorite is. But if you do have a little bit of extra time and you want to boost the flavor and also save yourself a lot of added preservatives that you'll find in prepackaged corn tortillas, you can make your own homemade corn tortillas, which is what I'm going to do today. Now I want you to stay tuned next week so that you can see the process in detail. And it's actually super simple. My mom taught me how to make them. Really delicious, adds tons of flavor, and like I said, helps save you on those additives. You'll also need an avocado because we'll be making some guacamole to top the tacos with. And then you'll need some tomato, cilantro, fresh lime, and spinach if you like, or whatever your favorite green is. Now, if you'd like to save time, get these pre-chopped at your local grocery store. I've already taken the time to prep this. Alternatively, if you prefer to do it the night before that you plan to make this dish, go for that as well. So let's get started. I have my spice mixture here that we're going to combine. So we'll take the 2 tablespoons of avocado oil and pour that in. We'll add the half a teaspoon of salt and the teaspoon of comino. And then the 2 teaspoons of chipotle powder and the garlic. Now remember, the beauty of the spices and the garlic is that you can adjust this to your taste because you're not adding any calories, you're simply adding flavor. So if you like it extra spicy, pour on that chipotle powder. If you prefer it a little bit more mild, then of course cut back on that chipotle powder. So we'll just combine it, and oh, it smells so good. You know, my dad always says that flavor in food is all about the sauce and the spices, and it's true, and that's what we have going here. So that's going to impart a lot of delicious flavor to these portobello mushroom fajitas, and look at how I sliced them in strips, like your traditional fajitas. So you're just going to toss them in this spice mixture. And we're going to go ahead and add the other one as well. So what you'll do is, of course, wash that portobello mushroom and pull the kids into the kitchen. Have them help you get all the produce nice and clean. And then you're going to scoop out the gills. And this is a fun job for the kids too, and it gets them interested. It helps make the mushrooms a little bit more approachable so they're not so foreign. And the portobello mushrooms, the reason that we're substituting these in place of fajitas is that they are so packed with fiber, that fiber that fills you up, and they're a lot lower in calories. So when we're comparing 8 ounces of portobello mushroom to 8 ounces of fajita, get this. The fajita has 400 calories compared to 60 calories in the 8 ounces of portobello mushroom. So you're saving yourself 340 calories right there. And then you're looking at about 9 grams grams of that artery clogging saturated fat that raises your bad cholesterol or the LDL. And I'm sure you've heard your cardiologist talk about it if you visit with one. And the Portabello mushroom help cut back on all that saturated fat because they don't have any saturated fat. So it's a lot heart healthier. Plus, that 8 ounces of Portabello mushroom has 5 grams of fiber. And remember, that fiber has cholesterol lowering power. So it's really, really heart healthy in so many aspects. Now remember that fiber also fills you up if you're on a weight loss journey. And I will also mention that a lot of fajita marinades contain gluten. So if you're following a gluten-free diet, then you can rest assured that this is a great way to add flavor to your Portobello mushroom fajitas, and it does not have any gluten. So we'll just toss all of this together to add that beautiful flavor and spice. Now that we have our Portobello mushroom fajitas all spiced up, let's go ahead and turn on our burner. So I'm just going to turn it to medium. It's best to use a cast iron grill, but whatever grill that you have will work great, and it's going to put those beautiful grill lines on your Portobello mushroom fajitas. Don't worry if they look a little bit dry because mushrooms have a ton of moisture in them, so it will release those juices and they'll be nice and delicious and juicy once they're finished. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting them on here. And you just place them on here like regular fajitas. So now you hear that beautiful sizzle. That means our Portobello mushrooms are going to get those grill marks that we want and that impart so much delicious flavor. While that's going, let's go back to the cutting board so we can cut up the poblano pepper. So with the poblano pepper, you're just going to cut off the stem end, and then you'll carve out the seeds. So have a little discard pile to make it easier for yourself. And then the kids can always run this to the trash for you. So again, go ahead and devein it, take out the seeds. And poblano is a great way to add excellent flavor to these tacos without adding heat. So if you don't like too much spice, this is great. So we're going to throw these 2 halves of the poblano on the grill. And just so you know, I did cure the cast iron with some oil, so that way the food won't stick to it. So just keep checking your mushrooms as they're sizzling and cooking. And once you start to see them develop these char lines, if you like them golden brown, you can go ahead and flip them. If you like them a little bit darker like you see on these, just cook them to your liking and then go ahead and turn them so that they can get the char lines on the other side. And oh, this smells so delicious. I can't wait for you to try this at home. So the poblanos have developed a little bit of char on them as well. And once they're to your liking, flip them over as well. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and take everything off because the poblano peppers and the Portobello mushrooms look like they've got some good grill lines on them. So let's get these out. Now we're ready to build our Portobello mushroom tacos. So we have our beautiful homemade corn tortillas, which add a ton of flavor. I wish you could smell them. They smell delicious. And we're going to add our Portobello mushroom fajitas on here. So we're just building layers of flavor with all of this. Then I had cut the poblano pepper into strips so you can add some of that charred poblano pepper on your tacos. And I have some mashed avocado here. Just place a little dollop on your tacos. Now you're welcome to make guacamole. Remember that avocado is a very heart healthy fat, so we're just adding layers of flavor and also layers of nutrition as we stack fibrous food upon fibrous food. Now you can add a little bit of spinach. Remember, you want that rainbow of color. So we eat with our eyes, and the more color we add from all these vegetables, the more nutrition and the more flavor that we have. And then if you like cilantro, that adds a nice little kick and zest to your tacos. And there you have it. Now, what do we always want to add more of? We always want to add more vegetables and the non-starchy variety. So I have some cucumber slices here. I have some jicama sticks. If you want to add a kick, you can always sprinkle some chipotle powder on top. If you'd like to add more of a kick to your tacos, you can add some fresh salsa. And you can add some nutritious, fibrous, high in protein black beans. So come back next week and I'll tell you more about how to make a very quick and easy, nutritious and delicious side of black beans. So there you have it. And you can add some delicious fresh mango on the side for dessert afterwards. And this is a beautiful balanced plate filled with color and nutrition. And it's heart healthy. It can help promote a healthy weight or help you on your weight loss journey. It's also gluten-free. Everything you see here is gluten-free. And in addition, it is diabetes friendly. Now remember, always talk to your personal physician and registered dietitian about what carbohydrate portions are appropriate for you, because that is going to determine how many tortillas, the size of the bean portion that you have, and the amount of mango that you can eat. So it's all dependent upon your blood sugar control, and it should be personalized. So now let's taste it. It is so good. The homemade tortilla adds so much flavor. I can taste that chipotle powder. It's amazing how much flavor that it adds, and really there's very minimal salt in this, so very heart healthy. Thank you so much for joining me. Subscribe to my channel so that you can get notifications on my next video. Give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time.